Welcome back to Live at 4. Divorced parents often have their own set of challenges once they start dating again.
And local professional matchmaker Julie Amon here from It's Just Lunch Milwaukee with some advice on how to navigate dating when you have kids. And I know that telling somebody is probably the first big thing, right?
Well, it is. You know, you're divorced, so that relationship is over. But if you have children, you still have a connection to that person, and it's important to talk about dating and to lay down some ground rules that are going to impact the kids. Two really important things to talk about. The first is going to be, how much of our dating lives are we going to share with our kids?
Sure.
The other thing is, once I get into a relationship and I see a future with this person, how long are we going to wait to introduce our children to them? If you can come up with this and adhere to these rules, it really alleviates a lot of conflict that could come up in the future, and that's good for everyone.
So again, you're kind of leaving it to the person to kind of have that decision on what's enough time before you introduce the significant other to the kids.
Well, I would say it's between you and your ex. You know your kids better than anyone, is what I'll tell clients. And so keeping the kids in mind, you have to do what's best for them. And so a lot of times I'll say, when you are ready to introduce the kids, take your time though. You know, people are excited to date after a divorce, and a lot of times I see people jump head first. Take your time, have some fun dating, get to know that person. Once you see a significant future with them, you like them, you're proud of them, you'd be happy to introduce them to your kids. Do it on your kids' terms.
One thing that popped out when you said that, have some fun, then everybody needs to know we're having fun right now after a divorce, in the sense of the other person, so that it's, if we're just dating to be dating, okay, it's cool, so that I'm not thinking, or that person is not thinking that this person is looking for something long term.
It's so true. Be open and honest in your expectations. You know, I'm not sure if I'm ready for something serious right now. I'm getting to know myself again after a divorce. As long as you say, I'm casually dating, but hey, don't be surprised if the right person comes along during that time. Be open to it, because anything can happen, and I see that all the time.
One of the things we were talking about before we came on is this kind of new thing that's happening, nesting, where some people still live in the same house.
No, they don't live in the same house.
Or the kids live in the house.
Same house. The parents
so they go back and forth
that's what
or whatever, but there's still that's even more of a connection.
It adds a new dynamic to dating, and I will tell you, I've seen a lot of it in the last month, even within my It's Just Lunch clients. Successfully. Here's what I'll tell clients who are dating someone who's nesting. They have it figured out. They're putting the kids first. It's typically very transitional, and you have to have a pretty solid relationship to pull that off. So ask questions, make sure that there are boundaries in place, but it can work.
And that nesting only means with the kids, not with the significant.
You're right. The kids are in the home 100% of the time. The parents are the ones that come and go. Sometimes they're sharing a residence outside of the home. Other times they have their own places. Ask questions.
Really
make sure there are boundaries.
Really common. As you mentioned, they probably have a good relationship to pull that off. So
right, exactly.
That's probably a good thing. Julie, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Nice to see you both.
If you have a question for our expert, of course, you can always email them at asktheexpert@today'stmj4.com. You can also leave a comment at 967-5253.